Good morning. Today is Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. I want to address the Kyle Busch situation. Looks like he was sick for maybe a couple weeks. Turns out his family, via ESPN, just put out a statement stating that he had pneumonia, severe pneumonia, I should say, and quote unquote, severe pneumonia that then developed into sepsis. I want to follow up that statement, or excuse me, end quote. I want to follow up that statement by then saying RFK Jr., I should say. America has a vote coming up in November. Americans need to educate themselves as to what health care they have, lack thereof, and what health care is available in Canada. Even quote-unquote shithole countries like Mexico and shithole countries like Cuba, if you will, Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize. Shithole countries in North Africa, South Africa, shithole countries in Eastern Europe. So I want Americans, especially MAGA folk, non-college educated MAGA folk, who are losing hospitals in your area, losing walk-in clinics in your area, and examine why you pay so much for healthcare and get so little. And even now, it's gone even to less because billionaires don't need to pay tax under the guise that many of, not all, but many of the MAGA people voted for. You have an election coming up in November. Take Kyle Busch's death. Start a conversation about American health care. Kyle Busch had all that money. Did he have access to health care? Who's closing your hospitals? Elon, Bezos, who else? Carr, the other South African. Why is it that it's South Africans telling your president what to do? I regret saying this, but I am going to say it. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been correct on a few things as of late. Doesn't make her a great person. Doesn't make her an honest. She's honest right now because it's convenient for her. But I would encourage American voters, especially non-college educated voters, you need to exercise your right to vote. You need to exercise your right to ask questions. When someone says, I love the poorly educated, that's not just something, a fart to let go in the wind. I love the poorly educated means the man has intention to run game in your face. Now you have no hospitals, or at least less hospitals. I urge you Americans to vote. I urge you to ask questions. I urge you to do some research. Why does Canada have health care and America doesn't? Have a wonderful day. Again, ask questions and vote. You shouldn't lose health care. A millionaire, multi-millionaire should not die of pneumonia. You shouldn't have what's that? Measles outbreaks. You shouldn't have bird flu outbreaks driving up the price of eggs. You shouldn't have worry about hantavirus, and you shouldn't have to worry if RFK knows what the hell to do. He has no medical license, no medical training whatsoever. Ask why RFK is closing down so many parts of the National Institute of Health and the CDC, the amount of people he's fired out of the CDC, and how Trump has pulled you guys, America, out of the World Health Organization. If Kyle Busch is dying of pneumonia, what in the absolute hell do you think hantavirus is going to do to the American population, especially now with less hospitals? Americans need to vote. Look at what Canada has for healthcare. Look at what Spain and the UK have for Portugal, Turkey. You could talk about Romania. Why is it that France, why is that people in these other countries have more access to healthcare than Americans? Hardworking, quote-unquote, patriots don't have access to health care. You guys need to vote. You guys need to ask some questions here. Have a wonderful day, safe weekend, and have a wonderful and safe Memorial Day. God bless.